Alright, everybody, forget what you thought you knew, cause it's time to learn about Dudleys.
Threes that I love so dear, bring the power of a new era to me!
What's going on, guys? This is Mack from Team Cardfight United, coming at you with a new segment called Quickcast, which is a thing where we do new, important, quick news stuff, I guess.
Couldn't have said it better myself. What's going on, guys? It's Taicowhite here from Team Cardfighters United, and just like Mike said, we're here with you guys for a new segment called Quickcast.
Alrighty, so let's go ahead and just get into why we are doing this. The new and definitely improved Dudleys.
Basically, the reason why we're doing this is because Mack here couldn't wait a week to do countercharge, so we had to make up some bullcrap segment for you guys to enjoy to satisfy his need to speak of this.
While that may be true, that also... No, I have nothing that's completely true.
Alright, let's get on to the reason why we're here. The cards.
Alright. So, let's first start with the new Grade 3 that Dudley's got, and the card that you're looking at right now. Dudley Turbo Laplore. I'm just gonna call it Dudley Turbo, it's easier. This card is extremely good. So, its ability is, once per turn, when your unit with Dudley is called on rearguard during your battle phase, it gets +5. That's nothing too big. It's just a 16k swing. But what's really big is what it gives a unit that strides onto it. That unit that you stride onto him gets the ability to Soul Blast 1 whenever a Dudley rearguard attacks, and that unit will get 5,000 power until the end of that battle and then go into the soul after the battle is over, which gives Dudleys what they did not have, which is pressure.
Another thing that this card does is this card has greatly boosted the effectiveness of a pretty mediocre stride that Dudleys have, being Dudley Geronimo. Due to the fact that his skill is going to power up the rearguards that that's on the field, if you use your Dudley Geronimo and hit GB2, and those units that are going to be attacking from the back row are going to be getting a much bigger boost to make those swings a lot more viable.
Yes, and that is very, very good because it makes it so that Geronimo can now hit with rearguards, can make the rearguard swing for 10,000 power and then go back into the soul instead of to the bottom of the deck. Or you can choose to put them in the bottom of the deck if that's what you want to do.
But you may be thinking, well, if we've got Dudley Geronimo for our second stride, what are we supposed to do first? Well, the answer is quite simple, and that is the new stride, Sadistic King Dudley Caligula.
Why don't you go ahead and tell us about him?
Well, Dudley Caligula's skill is as follows. You can pay the cost of a Counterblast 1, 2 cards from hand to soul, and a Persona Flip to give it the skill of when it attacks a Vanguard. You can reveal the top 11 cards from the top of your deck and choose 3 Dudleys from among them, call them to separate rearguards, and they get power plus 2,000.
Now that is a very good effect because of the fact that, first of all, it's a first stride, which is very, very good. Now, there's a little trivia about this guy that I think Taiko should go ahead and cover because it was him that discovered it.
Well, one of the things that a lot of people have been asking is why such a specific amount of cards, being 11, that you search from the top of the deck. And that is not just some random thing they decided that 11 would be the best possible number because it's balanced. No, they actually did this due to the fact that the amount of football players you could have on the field at one time being 11. So it's a bit of trivia that they decided to throw in this card, which is really cool.
Yes, indeed. I love that Bushiroad decided to basically say, hey, I know we're from Japan, but that doesn't mean we don't know what this clan is about. and let's prove it by making the skill reflect it, which is what I love about Bushiroad sometimes. Other times I really hate them, like with freaking Juggernaut Double Maximum. Anyway, discussion for another day. So, you might be thinking, but wait, Team Cardfighters United, why is this stride so good? It only calls 3 cards, which I highly doubt anybody's thinking that. But still, even if that is what you're thinking, Dudley Ingram is there to tell you why that is such a good ability. His ability is G-Break 1. When another unit with Dudley in its card name is placed on the rearguard circle during your battle phase, he gets an additional 3,000 power, which with that stride gives him a net boost of 9,000 power just from the stride swing. And then with Dudley Turbo, that's an additional 5,000 on top of that, which gives him a 14,000 power buff for next to nothing.
These things that we have discussed so far are all going to be a main reason why that the Dudley deck during the upcoming meta, as soon as the release of the set, is going to rival that of Rising Nova and even the Spike's Legion Break Ride build.
Which I'm actually very excited for this deck just because of how fun it seems to be. It seems to combo really well with itself, and it seems to just generally be a deck that would actually make Spikes fun to play for both players rather than just being fun for the player playing Spike Brothers, which I like a lot. You have no idea how many dirty looks I got playing my Legion deck.
And as much as I'm sure you guys would love to hear Mack ramble on about the Dudley Spike Brothers for another good 2 hours, that's going to be all we have for you guys today on this episode of the Quickcast. My name's Taicowhite.
And my name is Mack.
And remember, meta
is disgusting.